Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Fuel 250 toy hauler. This is a great toy hauler. It comes in right around 27.5 foot in length and has a 13-foot garage. So if you want something that's not too terribly long but want a big garage, this is an excellent option. So as I mentioned, you have about 13 foot, a little bit over actually if we're measuring the length. As far as width, from wall to wall is just shy of 100, and then from basically your kitchen area to the wall is about 76 inches. So yeah, as you can see, it is again a large overall garage space. Plenty of sleeping in the 250 as well. In the very back, you have the power bed system. So you have the rollover sofas here, which both of those roll over into a queen bed, and then you have the drop down bed up top, so 2 additional queens here in the back. You'll also see the ramp, of course, which drops down, and then this one has the screen package. The thing I like about the screen in this one, in the Fuel line, is that it's a very versatile unit because it does have windows, so you can have a breeze coming through, but it also has a vinyl over those windows, so you can keep them closed, keep that shut, and it will keep out the elements like the wind, rain, everything else, so you can still have that ramp open even in some of those worse or not quite so great conditions. You'll also notice the zipper is in the center. The reason I like that is because if you want to walk in from the ramp, you can just unzip the center, come in, zip it right back down. It is very easy to utilize that as another entrance point. Right in between the two sofas, is the table. Now, one thing I did notice, kind of a design flaw in my opinion, is the table is slightly on an angle because you have the beaver tail. And I get it. They tried to make this garage as big as possible and still make the RV as short as possible. In order to do that, with the table set up, because the far leg is on that beaver tail, it does go down at a slight angle. So you can use it for some things, it's just if you have something that's going to roll, it's definitely going to roll in one direction. But you can obviously take this outside. It is a great table for outside use as well. You still have the sofas, you still have that as sleeping space. You'll also notice this one has the carpet option in here, kind of give it a little more of a residential feel, which overall it's fairly residential anyway because you have the linoleum. It's not like diamond plating or anything in here. So even though it is a toy hauler, it doesn't feel, very garage or industrial like. The other seating option is going to come in the form of a chair right over here. As you can see, this is a swivel rocker, so that way, it just gives you another spot to sit. If you want to watch TV, just kind of relax a little bit, that will allow you to do it. If we look at the kitchen, you will notice the beautiful countertops on here, single bowl stainless steel sink with a cover, so you can utilize this as prep space. When we take that off, you will see that big stainless steel bowl, high-rise faucet there as well. Little bit of prep space right here in the center, perfect spot for a coffee maker because you will notice your electrical outlet is there. And then over to the side is the recessed 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover, so again, prep space here too. Obviously you can lift that up just like so. That creates a backsplash, opens up your 3 burners. The knobs do have lights on them. Oven right down underneath if you want to do some baking. You will also see 2 drawers here in the center, so you have plenty of space. As you can see, big full extension drawers, plenty of space for your flatware. Dividers are already built in for you, which is nice. And then shelving underneath the sink, so you have a spot for your pots and pans. You will also notice the storage up top. Open that up for you so you can just kind of get an idea of the size. You have the shelf there right in the center. Right in the center of the kitchen is the TV, so that way you can watch it, great spot right here in the chair, or if you're back in the sofas, or even if you're laying down at night, you have a view to that. Underneath is your microwave. It is a large stainless steel microwave, cubby hole right over here to the side. And then rounding out the kitchen is the Dometic fridge freezer combo. It is mounted a little bit higher than some, so if you're short, you may struggle a little bit with the freezer. I'm 6 foot, so I can reach everything in here, but if you're a little bit shorter, just know you might want a little step stool to be able to access everything up there. This one does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. You'll see some storage right up top there. Definitely want a step stool for that one, unless you're really tall. Main control panel directly underneath. You'll see the power awning, your tank monitoring panel on there. Your water heater as well as the water pump, and of course all of your lights. This one is prepped for solar. If you want solar, you can see that there. Dual USB port, excellent spot to charge a cell phone. Put it right up here, plug it in right there. your thermostat, which will control both your AC as well as your heat. This is for your power bed in the back to have that go up and down, and then your vent fan is right next to that. The bathroom in the 250 has 2 entrances and exits, one out into the main living area, the other one right here into the master bedroom. Kind of right in between the two is your foot flush lever toilet. As you can see, I have plenty of leg space. My feet aren't, butted up against the wall or anything. As far as shoulders, it's not too bad. I'm rubbing a little bit on both sides, but definitely very manageable. You'll see the sink top, nice big sink in this bathroom as well, which I like. So that way as you're washing your hands or brushing your teeth, it's not getting everywhere. You will see storage underneath there as well as plumbing access. Right up next to me is the electrical outlet as well as the power vent fan and of course the control for your light. And then a mirrored medicine cabinet there as well with storage behind that. Taking a step into the shower, this one just has the shower curtain, which does a fine job, no problems there. And it's a toy hauler, so as you can see, there's obviously no problem with height whatsoever. A couple of shelves in here and a hand wand makes showering up a little easier. The bedroom of the 250 features a king-size bed, so there's plenty of room for you. Don't have to worry about elbowing each other in the middle of the night. You will also see storage underneath for some of your larger items. Both sides of the bed have additional storage, including a pull-out full extension ball bearing drawer and a mirrored wardrobe with a hanging rod right above that. You will also see the storage going across the top. Very usable storage there, and a shelf underneath with dual USB ports. So you have a place to charge your cell phones, and your genset control is over there too. Lastly, you will see there is a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to mount the TV here, and the connections for that are right up on the ceiling. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Fuel 250. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle because all you have to do is flip the rocker switch here to raise and lower the tongue. Then you also have a light for added visibility at night. Directly behind that are your two 30-pound propane tanks with a cover. A little bit further back, you will see rails there for your battery. You'll also notice this one has an enclosed underbelly, so that way if you are traveling off-road, you won't get all that road grime and everything up in the underbelly, and it'll help keep things a little bit warmer in the cooler climates. You'll notice the diamond plating coming up the front, helping to protect the front end from rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle, and the front 3/4 cap, which is gorgeous. You'll also notice the LED lights inlaid on there, so that way you again kind of have that aesthetic piece at night. Coming around to the side, covered hinge, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door. Slam latch on here, and it's magnetic, so you can put it up just like so. When we take a look, you will see pretty good storage right up front here, so if you do have some larger items like grills, things like that, you can slide them right in there. Underneath is the power stabilizer jacks. This front control will operate the front two. There's one in the back to operate the rear two. Bear in mind, folks, you do not want to use those to level. You will break the jacks. You want to make sure you use your blocks and the campsite to level the camper out. Then once you have it leveled, then you can lower your stabilizer jacks to stabilize the RV so it's not moving around as you're walking around inside. The entrance has the large foldable grab handle here as well as the triple fold-out steps. That grab handle will give you better control when walking up and down the stairs. Make sure you're not going to slip. And of course, they have grip tape on those steps too in case it is wet out. You take a look right up top, you will see the large power awning. Just touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. And it has an LED light strip on there too. Right underneath that are your two outside speakers. Those are connected to the multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. If you take a look right over here, if you want TV, you have a cable outlet, electrical outlet, and then a backer right there, so you know exactly where to mount that TV. And the coolest thing about this camper, folks, not the coolest, but one of the cool things, is if you take a look, this whole area is all great prep space. Because your kitchen is on the off-door side, your furnace is over there, all this right here, you don't have any vents or anything blowing hot air on you, so you pop that awning up, you can set your table up out here, your chairs up out here, watch TV, you're good to go. Beautiful aluminum alloy wheels. Take a look at those. They are gorgeous and they will continue to be so because aluminum doesn't rust. Coming right around to the back corner, you will once again see the control. Those are for the two rear stabilizer jacks. Ramp right here. If you want to lock it, both of these have a hole in it, so you can take a padlock, stick it right through there and lock it. Basically how the lock works. Otherwise, you just kind of push in a little and push up, roll that out like so. Do the same on the other side. You have the handles here in order to pull the door down. What you will notice is you have helper springs on the bottom. That will make the ramp door easier to lower as well as raise back up. You take a look at the very top, you kind of see the flare coming off the top there. Adds a little bit, again, to the aesthetics of the back of the RV. I think it looks really nice. A couple LED lights up there too, and a backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having the prep there makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. Your ladder is mounted on the off-door side. To climb up the ladder, you have these 2 pins. You just pull those pins out. The ladder will pull out and down a little bit. That will allow you to climb up onto the fully walkable roof. As you can see, 250-pound weight capacity on there. The fuel does come with a fuel fill station, and that's exactly what this is right there. You'll see the control for that pump right over here to the side. That way you can fill all of your toys. And then the fuel fill to actually fill the tank will be right there. That tank is used for both your fuel fill station as well as the generator. It will share that single tank. Satellite inlet, cable inlet, black tank flush, so you don't have to stick a hose down your toilet to wash out the black tank. You just hook that hose up right there. City water inlet underneath that. Fresh tank fill is located right up here. You will also see your spray port, so if you want outside water access, there's a little blue hose that comes with it. You can hook that up right there. That way you can wash off your hands or your feet or your toys or whatever else. And then up just a little ways, right up front, you will see that this one does have a 30 amp detachable power supply. Last thing I want to touch on is right up front on the off-door side, and that is the Cummins Onan 4,000 watt generator. That way you can basically be off the grid, turn this bad boy on, and it will power everything inside your RV. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Fuel 250. If you're interested in this toy hauler and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.